Hey guys, Ron from Wild Betta Fish USA. So I decided to move the Betta wajok to a larger setup to give the group more space to spread out. The original adult pair are the two larger, more maroon fish. Those fish are actually 2.5 years old. They've been in my collection. And they have since reproduced pretty much all of these fry. And I would have brought in more if I could. But these fish are relatively uncommon in the U.S. market, also relatively uncommon in most collections. Of all the coxina, this is probably one of the least, probably kept in captivity and one of the least known. Relatively rare species, not known for super crazy gaudy coloration, but in my opinion, very beautiful nonetheless. They're a little stressed out right now, but they're still showing some really nice red color. And these guys have been in captivity, so they're kind of used to a lot of movement. I've moved them from a number of different tanks, and finally, they're going to reside in one of my 15-gallon longs, set up specifically for them. pH is about 4.2, temperature 76 degrees. We have 2 sponge filters in the background, seasoned. One's coming from their original tank, and one I had cycled for quite some time. Their original Malaysian driftwood and a couple other pieces of driftwood that I had set aside. Some clay tubes to try to give these guys a little more space. These are a bubble nest brooding fish, but I have a little twist to that. Some of the species in the coxina complex have the ability to switch over from a bubble nest brooding type spawning behavior to a mouth brooding spawning behavior. And that's exactly what happened with the original pair. The tank they were in had nothing floating on the surface, no floating plants, no leaves. The water at the surface was pretty much void of anything floating. But yet these guys still reproduced time in and time out. They found a way. And in my opinion, unless they built a bubble nest in one of the clay tubes, and I actually did not keep clay tubes in their setup, so that's impossible. But unless they built a bubble nest underneath a piece of driftwood and used it as a floating location, which, you know, the driftwood was pretty much all submerged, these guys converted right over to basically mouth brooding. And it's been somewhat of an unstudied fact that a lot of these coxina species or subspecies will switch over to mouth brooding when bubble nest building is not an option. And that's exactly what happens with this Betta wajok group. So stay tuned for more as they reside in their new 15-gallon long, one of the rarest coxina subspecies in captivity, Betta wajok. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Wild Betta Fish USA _. We're also on Twitter at Betta_wild. And for the most part, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much. See ya.